Hello and welcome back to another episode of our Football Manager series where we play as the manager of Atletico Madrid. Since the last episode where we played against Inter in the Champions League and Cadiz in the La Liga, we have played a lot more games. And we have found some form. So we won 2-1 against Villarreal away from home. We then drawed 1-1 to Juventus away from home as well in the Champions League. Then we did go on to win. What's happening here? 3-1, 3-0 against Las Palmas. Then we lost 2-1 to Valencia, and that's just sums of the start of the season. That we lose to 1 to Valencia. That is not like the best team. But then we proceeded to win 6 games in a row without conceding a single goal. Um, 2 of the games were in the Champions League, um, meaning that we now sit in 21st place in the Champions League table. So we do have a chance of getting a higher spot in that league table as well. Um, but in today's episode, we are playing against Real Madrid in a highly important game. Real Madrid are currently leading the La Liga with 4 points down to us. But they just seem like a very superior team in the league. They have a goal difference of 40, which is absolutely crazy. Considering we have 23, which I think is quite good. Um, but yeah, we need to win this game if we want to have a chance of competing with them in the Liga. Um, but yeah, let's see. This is the team I will be using against Real Madrid. We are playing with Jimenez and Soyuncu and Matip as the back three. Both Jimenez and Soyuncu need to rest, but we will not care about that for this game. Then we will play with Samuel Lino and Molina on the wing backs on attacking. Then we have our new signing from the beginning of the season, Zelensky and Martel in the midfield, and then Rodrigo de Paul and Antonio Griezmann, and then Ome Rodorian up front as a complete forward. Um, he hasn't been scoring that many goals as an advanced forward, so I'm now trying to play him as a complete forward and see if that works. But yeah, let's jump in to this game against Real Madrid. Hopefully, we can surprise everybody and win and get the 3 points here at our own ground. Um, let's give the boys some motivating words. We have been on a good run lately, so go out there and impress me. And nobody seems to get motivated by that. But let's see. I do not expect another clean sheet, that is for sure, but we will see if we can still manage to score more goals than Real Madrid in this game. We are starting off quite well. We already have 4 shots on target. Um, Let me encourage here. We're also having more of the ball than Real Madrid, but we do need to get a goal. Let's see how Real Madrid actually lines up. They are playing with a 4-1-2-1-2 formation. Endrick is now starting as the striker. But a good thing, they are not starting with Rodrigo, that has been absolutely crazy in this season and also last season. We will sub on Memphis Depay as Omar Rodorian gets an injury. Um, Memphis Depay has been on crazy form actually, so it is not that bad. Not a single highlight in the first half, so hopefully that changes here in the second half. really, really, really need to get a goal here. Let's encourage. We get a corner here. What is that? Is it penalty for us? I do think that's a penalty. It is a penalty for Atletico Madrid. Who is going to take it? I think it is Rodrigo de Paul, if I remember right. It is. And the story of this Atletico Madrid team continues. We could have created an amazing possibility of a great result here against Real Madrid, but unfortunately, Rodrigo de Paul decides that that is not the case here. Vinicius Jr. probably going to score. Yep. We are so unlucky. I think it annoys me a little bit that Rodrigo de Paul misses that penalty. Um, let's try to sub on Rao Felix instead of Griezmann here. He is quite tired. Um, we are still creating a lot more um, than Real Madrid here. And with 15 minutes to go, we need to do some changes. I do think Patrick Dogu comes in, Koke comes in, um, Mattel is also quite tired, so Rolande comes in there. Um, also, I will make Raul Felix attacking as well. So we are now attacking a lot more. A free kick to Alaba here. He has scored one against us in the last game we played against Real Madrid, but this is a great save by Oblak. Come on, Atleti, do something. At least get a draw in this game after such a good performance. I actually think it's quite undeserved that Real Madrid are leading right now. Um, okay, the highlight is over. Come on, Atleti. We have 2 minutes left. Roderick sends the ball in. Patrick Dorgo. Can we hit him on the counter here? Patrick Dorgo, a new signing from Lecce in Italy. And the highlight turns out to be a Real Madrid highlight instead. Willingham Indrick and Oblak with a great save. Um, yeah, it is so annoying that we are not winning this game. We have been far the better team. Um, but we just can't get the ball in the back of the net. So I it's probably deserved that we lose if we cannot score on our chances. Can we have a last minute highlight? We cannot, and we lose to Real Madrid again. Um, I am disappointed in the boys. I that is so unlucky actually. And we have Samu Umedodian out for 3 to 4 weeks. Suyunku and Orisa Reminis could need a rest. Um, but yeah, that puts Real Madrid 7 points in front of us, and we can actually drop down to fourth place if Barcelona wins their game, and there is a high possibility that they do. Um, but the next game we have is a game against Leipzig in the Champions League, and Leipzig is a quite good team. They are fourth in the Champions League table, and actually, if you remember, we lost 7-1 to them in the friendly game before the season. And actually, both Red Bull teams are quite good. Also, Red Bull Salzburg are in the top eight of the Champions League, which is quite impressive. Um, but yeah, let's fast forward a bit to our next game here against Leipzig. So this is our team for the Champions League game against Red Bull Leipzig. There are a lot of changes from the last game. We play with Mattel as a central defender. He is capable of playing that position quite well, so I am not worried about that. Also, we play with Savic instead of Jimenez, as both Jimenez and Suyunko needed a rest. Matip stays on, even though he's also tired. Patrick Dorgu and Molina as the attacking wingbacks. Koke and Lorente in the midfield. And then Xiao Felix and Riquelme, which is a totally new players for the attacking midfielders. And then we play with Memphis Depay up top. And hopefully that is enough to get 3 points here against Leipzig, to hopefully secure Champions League football after the league stage. We need to win our home games. There is no excuse, um, even though we are facing a strong Ripple Leipzig side that is already having a highlight and is also leading against us here away from home. I always like when I meet Ripple Leipzig, also in my private saves, they are so hard to beat. They are playing like prime Barcelona, like with Xavi, Iniesta, Messi, Luis Suarez, Neymar. This is the kind of team they are in Football Manager. But hopefully, we can still manage to make a little comeback here against Red Bull Leipzig and get 3 points. But uh, as the game is looking right now, I am highly doubting that. Another goal from Red Bull Leipzig. Do think that goal will stand and we will be behind 2-0, and that is the case. It is a reality that we are losing 2-0 against Red Bull Leipzig after 2 minutes. I will, of course, berate the team here. This is not good enough. Um, it's actually quite awful that we are losing 2-0 so early on in the game. And I don't really know how we can counteract their tactic, but their manager is a genius. Like how I know Red Bull Leipzig is not a bad team in real life, but they are so good in Football Manager. Um, my assistant's coach is recommending me to work the ball into the box. We will try that and see if that works. And now Oblak is injured. It is crazy how unlucky we are with injuries. Not this season, but last season was crazy in terms of injuries. But come on, before Leipzig here plays it around. We win the ball. Molina fights all he can to put it in, and Patrick Dogu with his first goal in the Atlético Madrid shirt. How nice is that? Even though we lose, it's still a good thing that Patrick Dogu scores his first goal in this red and white shirt. Red Bull Leipzig can they score straight, and they will. This time it is upside. I'm pretty sure of that. I feel like I could see it. So yeah, and it is. Maybe I should become a linesman. Who knows? Maybe someday in the future. We can still win this. Keep working hard, and it will come. Um, Marcus Llorente also have a potential knee injury. Um, I think we will just need to take the risk with that. I think we will sub in Jimenez, even though he is a little bit tired, to get some better players in there. Also, we will play with maybe try Morata up front. Maybe he can surprise me. Um, and then maybe no, I think that's it. Come on, team. Okay, so I know that I said that Red Bull Leipzig is very good at Football Manager, but we are actually having the higher XG here against them. But we also had that against Real Madrid, and we still went on to lose the game. Um, it would be very annoying if that were to happen again, but it is looking a lot like it since Red Bull Leipzig has scored another goal. Um, let's berate the team. Do think we will sub out um what is name? Lorente. No, Molina, sorry. Um let's see, do we have any players here? Zelensky can come in. Hopefully can make a change. We will play attacking football now. We need 2 goals in the last half an hour to really get something from this game. I am not too hopeful of that happening, but oh, we do get a goal from a corner here from Suyungu that has just come on. He went straight on the field and headed that into the top right hand corner. Let's go very attacking here. Don't think it is working. Maybe we need to shoot on side. Um, and maybe we'd actually play with another attacking midfielder up there. And we do get a free kick. Oh, Felix. I feel like you are never scoring from those free kicks. Like you're maybe having like 3 or 4 highlights per episode of one of your players trying to score a screamer from the distance, but it never happens. We lose 2-3 to Red Bull Leipzig. Um, they are a good team, but it is also a team that we should be beating. Um, but as you saw, we did not. So Oblak is out for 4 to 6 weeks. That is a problem. Rollins out for 2 to 3 weeks. That is also a problem. And our whole back line needs a rest. And the reason that they do need a rest is because um, we are lacking squad depth in the defense. But yeah, I think no. Let's actually look at the next few games. Our next fixtures are quite hard. We are facing Atlético Club Bilbao, Barcelona, Sevilla, and then Barcelona in the Super Cup semi-final. Um, hopefully we can win all 4 of those games, but I highly doubt it. Um, but yeah, that is where I want to end today's episode. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed it and see you guys in the next one.